got to show those webcams before the sun sets, you know, because once it's dark, there's really nothing to show. But I do want to show you this look from Interstate 580, thanks to one of our NDOT cams, just to show you we still got some puffy cumulus out there, but shower activity has begun to wrap up across northern Nevada. You can see that on the radar here as of 5 p.m. Pretty much nothing going on except for, far eastern parts of central and eastern parts of the Great Basin. We saw a spate of shower activity early in the afternoon. A lot of that was actually relatively light. In fact, if you walked outside, it wasn't downpours, it was sprinkles that were coming down, which if you had anything that you wanted to, I was actually out for a walk at that time, so I was fine with it. There was some limited opportunity for thunderstorms. I honestly didn't really expect to see anything out of that. A lot of that was confined to the Sierra and far north of us, in fact. Our high for today, only 59 degrees. So that colder air, that shot of colder air did its job and dropped us down about 9 degrees from where we were yesterday. 45 degrees for the low, so no change there. We did see some cloud cover overnight, so that kind of kept things pretty steady state. We're sitting at 48 degrees right now in Virginia City, 56 in Reno, 52 in Minden and Gardnerville, and 45 over in Truckee, 59 in Susanville for what it's worth. We're going to drop down to around 36, 35 degrees as we step out the door for Monday, kicking off the work week. So a bit chillier, and we are going to see more lows that are kind of around freezing over the next several days, thanks to that shot of colder air from this trough right here. That's going to move up actually rather quickly. You're going to see a quick ridge build in, and then we have a second trough here. This will be our second rain chance of the week. I think it's going to be a little bit more robust in terms of its coverage and intensity that on Wednesday than what we see the rest of the week, where we have this big ridge of high pressure in this just ginormous high that takes shape off the coast of California. That'll kind of keep things relatively calm. Might introduce a bit of wind into our neck of the woods, but in terms of rain, things are going to stay dry. But what we're expecting for Wednesday here, this is Wednesday around 12 p.m., and this is going to be kind of another frontal passage that we have moving through. So you can kind of see that northeast to southwest orientation of that line. A little bit drier in this model. I think you are going to see more of a southwesterly extent with this, and then that will gradually move southeasterly over the course of the afternoon and evening. So kind of in and out. With that being said, places in the mountains, I would say, 7,000, 8,000 feet or above at times are likely to see snow showers because it will be cold enough for that to occur. In the valleys, I think it is going to be straight rain, and of course we are going to be dry after that. So the next 7 days, a lot of ups and downs. We get back into the 60s by Tuesday, but down to about 58 by Wednesday. Thursday and Friday sitting in the mid-50s, and then we rebound nicely by this coming Sunday. Another beautiful day on tap. Check out temperatures, though, for the early part of March. We're maybe slightly above average temperature-wise, but overall not anything that is, super groundbreaking. We are going to be pretty dry, though, and I would attribute that to the high pressure that you see that moves in later on and really doesn't look to move on anytime soon. That's what I'm seeing in the models right now. As for temperatures tomorrow, we've got Caliente at 67, Ely at 47, Hawthorne at 59, so a bit of a spread as we get into central and southern Nevada. Northern Nevada, Eureka with a high of 47, Battle Mountain at 56, Lovelock at 58, Bridgeport 47, Dayton 57, and starting in the mid to upper 30s. We move on into the Virginia City Highlands, 49 for the high in Virginia City, 59 in Urington, 46 in South Lake Tahoe, and 59 in Reno, starting in or around that 30-degree mark or 32-degree mark. We're going to be around freezing as we step out the door here in the Washoe Valley, 57 in Sparks for the high, 56 in Spanish Springs, 57 in Cullen Ranch. If you're going to be skiing tomorrow, well, that base does not look very good at all, but that's what happens when we get a mild pattern such as this. Check out these temperatures, especially later on over the next several days. We're going to look very, very nice for the coming weekend, but we're going to have some cooler days to come ahead, especially early on in the work week, Ryan.
Yeah, we could use some more cool days.
Yep, for sure.
Thanks.